Yinu ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Sir, please make me host. I want to do share screen, sir.
I have made you co-host. You can share the screen.
Oh, okay, fine. Thank you so much. Okay, students. आज थोड़ा सा time लग गया, so we will quickly start. Okay. I hope you all can see the share screen.
Yes, ma'am. Screen visible.
Till what chapter we have completed? I think till personality we have done. Anyone, please just answer me. Any one student?
Yes, ma'am. Till personality.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Till personality we have completed, correct?
Yes, I'm correct, ma'am.
Yes. So in this semester, can we take only 2 chapters, cognitive process and emotions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we will start with our 4th chapter, that is cognitive process. Okay. Just open that page number and pay attention on marking which I am giving you all. Is that clear? So while
Yes, ma'am.
and while learning, pay attention on markings, which is very important. Okay, cognitive process, in that we have introduction, meaning definitions of attention, then perception, thinking and learning. Now, what is cognitive process? Cognitive process is, if I talk about in a simple terms, it is the thinking process. Okay, thinking process means what? ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं हमको सोचना है. Problem solving things. मतलब कितने quickly we will solve the problem. Okay, so cognitive process are all those higher level of functions by which we become aware and understand the world around us. अगर हमारे पास सोचने की कोई शक्ति नहीं होगी, so we are not able to understand what others are saying, and we are not able to make others understand. So cognitive process is what? Is one of the brain function. It comes in our thinking process. Okay. Now, cognitive process are studied in the branch of psychology, which is called as a cognitive process, cognitive psychology. Cognitive process is not just a process. It is a subject. It is a subject under the psychology, which is called as cognitive psychology. Okay, please take a marking, students. Now, the process like sensation. What is sensation? खाना खाते हैं कोई चीज तीखा लग गया, that is sensation. किसी ने चिमटी मारी, स्किन में दर्द हुआ, that is sensations. Okay, sensation, attention, perception, learning, memory, forgetting, thinking, problem solving, reasoning, decision making, they all are together. Excuse me, please mute yourself, students. Students, mute yourself. Yeah, so remember this, which are the process which comes under the cognitive psychology, that is sensation, attention, perception, learning, memory, forgetting, thinking, problem solving, reasoning, decision making, etc. So these are what? These are the example of cognitive processes. Now, But in this chapter, we are going to understand only what is cognitive process. First, we will see meaning and definition. Definition you all have to learn. Now, we continuously sense many stimuli from our surrounding, our sense organs. Which are those stimuli? We can see with our eyes. कुछ भी चाहे चीज अच्छी हो चाहे बुरी हो, we can sense with the help of our eyes. We can hear with the help of our ears. We can taste something while eating with the help of our tongue. So these are what? These are the sense organs. And we enjoy with our sense organ. We use our sense organs. Okay. However, we do not become aware of all them on a one particular time. We focus and become aware of only few stimuli from them. Therefore, attention is considered as a selective process. खाना खाए जा रहे हैं, मेरा attention नहीं है कि उस खाने का मेरा स्वाद क्या है. So there is no any attention on that. जो खाना मुंह में जा रहा है वो जा रहा है. मुझे उसको taste उसमें नमक नहीं है वो भी मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा है. It means what? I have not given attention to that food in which there is no salt. Okay, so therefore attention is very important. Attention is very important. Now, psychologists have defined different with the help of different definitions. Now, Guilford, attention is the process of focusing on one of few objects, persons, or situation from among many from a field of awareness. ठीक है? अभी अगर मुझे I want to give attention to the particular child, so particular person. अब मेरे आसपास बहुत सारे situations हैं, but I want to give situation. मैं एक ही situation को मैं attention देना चाहती हूँ, तो मुझे उसी situation के बारे में पता चलेगा. Okay? So these are what? This is the definition given by the Guilford. Now, what Norman Moon have given? Attention is the mental process of bringing few stimuli into the center of awareness of many or stimuli present. Attention is one word. It is not a very small word. Attention एक बहुत बड़ा word है. अभी फिलहाल आप लोग class में हैं. Your attention is very important. Being in a class is a different thing, but being attentive in the class is a very different thing. ठीक है? Now.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is cracking.
Okay, one second. Give me 1 second. Now, aspects of attention, very important. Pay attention on that. Span of attention. In that, first we have what? Span of attention. Then distraction of attention. Then division of attention. Then we have a fluctuation of attention. Now, span of attention means what? एक particular object पे मैं 1 minute से ज्यादा attention दे पा रही हूँ कि नहीं दे पा रही हूँ. 2 minutes से ज्यादा दे पा रही हूँ means time of my attention. एक बच्चा क्लास में 6 घंटे बैठ रहा है. उस 6 घंटे में उसका span of attention कितना है? मे बी सिर्फ आधी घंटे का ही होगा. 6 hours में उसने आधी घंटा ही attention को यूज किया है while learning. So that is called what? Attention. Span of attention. Just mark this as span of attention, children. Now, distraction. Right now, while teaching, अभी इंटरनेट चला जाए, आपका अटेंशन डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा. आसपास लोग आवाज करें, आपका अटेंशन डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा. So, external factors the attention. Which factors? External factors and sometimes internal factors. Internal factors, आपका headache हो रहा है, आपको कुछ physical problem है, इसकी वजह that is called internal factor. So distraction is what? After focusing on a specific stimuli, attention drifts towards another stimulus due to some external or internal disturbance. This is known as action of attention. Many external factors such as the intensity, size, movement of stimuli may distract attention. Okay, so these are the examples. You can learn this example. Now, division of attention. एक बार में 2-3 जगह पे ध्यान देना. टीवी भी चालू है, खाना भी खा रहे हैं, मोबाइल भी देख रहे हैं. So your attention is divided into 3 parts. Your food, on TV, as well as on your mobile. So this is called what? Division of attention. So we observe people doing things simultaneously, like reading newspaper while eating, knitting while watching TV. An intrusive individual cannot divide attention to 2 tasks simultaneously. In this both examples, the individual is performing one task mechanically while paying attention fully to the other task. For example, eating or knitting is done mechanically while the person is paying attention fully to the other task, like reading newspaper or watching TV. Now you can just mark till here. Division. Now fluctuation. Attention keeps on changing. That is called fluctuation. Now, our attention shift towards here. Our attention shift towards other stimulus for a fraction of time and comes back to original stimulus. This is known as fluctuation of attention. क्लास में एकदम सीरियस क्लास चालू है, किसी बच्चे को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ, सारे बच्चों का अटेंशन उस बच्चे पे गया. The teacher solved the problem of that child, then again सारे बच्चों का अटेंशन क्लास में आ गया. That is called 2 मिनट के लिए बच्चों का अटेंशन फ्लक्चुएट हुआ. Okay, now but somewhere fluctuation may be because of fatigue, low interest, low attractiveness and other stimulus. Fluctuation. Now we will do perception. Perception is what मैं आपके बारे में क्या सोच रखती हूँ. That is called perception. In day-to-day life, we can easily sense different objects, sound, texture, taste, odors, etc., to which we have paid attention and can name them. Thus, in understanding the world around us, sensation occurs first, followed by the attention and finally interpretation of stimulus by brain. आसपास मेरे बहुत से ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, बहुत से टेक्सचर हैं, टेस्ट हैं, बहुत सी चीजें हैं. पहले मैं उनको अंडरस्टैंड करती हूँ, फॉलो करती हूँ, एंड फिर मैं उनके बारे में इंटरप्रिटेशन बनाती हूँ. दैट इज कॉल्ड परसेप्शन. नाउ द टोटल दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज व्हाट? Just mark this whole paragraph. This process is known as perception. Now, phenomena associated with perception. Now, law of perceptual organization. Our brain has tendency to organize our sensations as a meaningful whole. This was explained for the first time by German psychologist Max Wettmer in 1923 in the form of law of perceptual organization. Please mark this, very important. Now, which are the laws? So ये Max ने क्या किया? Max ने कुछ laws दिए. For what? He has given the laws for the perception. So law of proximity. So what is according to this law? According to this law, perceptual organization, the stimuli that are near to each other are perceived together, then stimulus that are far away each other. Look at the examples. In this figure, we perceive a pair of dots in each lines because of dots which are near to each other are perceived together. So instead of perceiving the line of 8 dots, generally line of 4 dots is perceived. अभी आप एक इमेज देख रहे हैं पिंक डॉट्स के. You all can observe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes,
if-
ma'am.
But if we observe in one glance, अगर आपको ये जो अभी मैंने जितना कुछ भी पढ़ाया उसके बारे में नहीं सोच के आपको सिर्फ वो इमेज देखना है, तो आप 8 डॉट्स पहले देखोगे, 4 डॉट्स आप पहले देखोगे, 8 डॉट्स आप बाद में देखोगे. क्यों ऐसा करोगे? क्योंकि जो स्टिमुली which stimuli are nearer to each other, they are observed first by the person, and which stimuli are far away, they are observed afterwards. Okay, so this was just a example. जो चीज हमारे नजदीक है हम उसे पहले ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, जो चीज हमसे दूर है उसे हम बाद में ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. तो कितना वो हमारी दूरी है हमारे और ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच में, दैट इज कॉल्ड लॉ ऑफ प्रॉक्सिमिटी. Now, what is law of similarity? अब क्लास में बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं, जिसके साथ मेरी ट्यूनिंग बैठेगी, मेरी सिमिलैरिटी होगी, that person will be my the best friend. So similarity also. But इसका भी एग्जांपल्स क्रॉस और सर्कल के थ्रू दिया है. According to this law, perceptual organization, stimuli that are similar to each other are perceived together. Then the stimuli that are distinct from each other, look at the following example. So just see, in this figure, we perceive 4 alternate vertical lines, which each of circle, cross and crosses as similar stimuli are perceived together. Generally, we do not perceive 4 horizontal lines, each having circle, crosses, alternate. हम लोग चारों लाइन साथ में देख पा रहे हैं क्या? नहीं. We can observe two lines together. लेकिन उसमें भी we can observe first circle, then cross. हम उस दोनों स्टिमुली को साथ में ऑब्जर्व नहीं कर पा रहे. Why? Because both circle and cross are not similar to each other. Whereas if you observe the first example, it is very easy to perceive. इसको perceive करना बहुत easy है, because all are similar in a all are circle, but here it is difficult to perceive. वो मेरे जो senses, eyes के senses हैं, वो perceive पहले circle कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद cross को कर रहे हैं. Okay, so law of similarity. Just mark this example. Now, law of continuity. According to this law, perceptual organization, there is tendency to perceive a stimulus in continuation according to established direction. According to this law, when 2 stimuli intersect, the continuation of each stimulus is perceived apparently. So you can observe in this figure, one black line is there and one pink line which crosses the black one. Now, in this figure, a straight line, vertical line and straight horizontal line are perceived together as a L letter. ठीक है, उसको मैं एक ग्लांस में देख रही हूं तो मैं सीधे बोलूंगी दिस इज एल. ओके, अ कटिंग लाइन इज परसीव्ड सेपरेटली एज अ लाइन फॉलोइंग द स्टिमुलस पाथ. जनरली वी डू नॉट परसीव हियर 4 डिफरेंट लाइन आर गोइंग इन डिफरेंट डायरेक्शंस. अभी हम लोग यहां पर सिर्फ एल को परसीव कर पा रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट एबल टू परसीव दिस पिंक वन. ओके, अगर यही पिंक वन एक बॉक्स बना देता, so I could have perceived that box very well. But right now I am perceiving what? Only L, not that pink line. So this is comes under law of continuity. Now, law of closure. कितना close है? According to this law, there is a tendency to perceive an incomplete stimulus in a complete manner. Our brain fills up the gaps in incomplete stimulus we perceive as a meaningful figure. You can observe, I hope you all have understood this very well. You can see, आप ये 2 बॉक्स, एक 2 फिगर्स देख रहे हैं, बट ये फिगर्स कंप्लीट नहीं है. बट फिर भी मेरा जो आईज है, मेरे जो सेंसेस हैं, क्या परसीव कर रहे हैं? वन इज ट्रायंगल एंड वन इज स्क्वायर. बट अगर मैं रियलिटी देखूं, triangle is not complete and square is also not complete. But my stimulus given me that answer कि नहीं, ये तो triangle ही है और ये box ही है, ये square ही है. Okay, so immediately my brain fills up that gap which is kept in the image. So in this figure, we fill in the gaps and perceive it as a triangle and square. Generally, we do not perceive here, and there are 4 separate lines going in different directions. So हम इसको ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि 4 lines different directions में जा रही है या 3 line different directions में जा रही है. I will simply say one is triangle and one is square. So here we have completed. एक बार मैं वापस आप लोग को स्टार्टिंग से मार्किंग्स दिखा रही हूं. Just mark it fast. This is page number 33. Page number 34. Page number 35. Can I go further?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
अरे कर
Page number 36. Just mark this. Law of similarity, law of continuity, law of proximity, then law of closure. Now, so we have completed till perception. Now we will start with the thinking. Thinking is the mental activity. Thinking is what? Mental activity that uses various cognitive elements and processes that involves manipulation of information, problem solving, reasoning, as well as decision making. So if I ask this question, what is thinking? You have to write this. If you analyze all mental activities involved in thinking, you will find that thinking seems to be private, internal to ourselves. ठीक है, अभी मैं किसी के बारे में बुरा सोच रही तो उसको पता थोड़ी ना चलेगा. It is inside you only, correct? So thinking is what? Thinking is very internal to ourselves and it is very private. While thinking, we create a world around us and we run through various actions, symbolic rather than reality. Okay? जब ये thinking process, 1 second, children. Okay. Now, while thinking, we create what? We create a world around us and we run through various actions, symbolic rather than reality. Okay. So it's very important कि हम thinking process को किस level पे लेकर जा रहे हैं. Okay. So being in a reality is now concept. Concept is an internal representation which the brain uses to donate a certain classes of things in the world. The concept involves abstraction of some idea on the basis of similarities and differences among many sensations. हमारे senses के बीच क्या similarities हैं, क्या differences हैं, that concept here we are talking about. See here, for example, A child forms a mental representation of cow. Thereafter, he starts deriving some ideas about what a cow means. That is, it has a 4 legs animals, body, tail, horns. He is thus forming concept of cow. So concept forms the basis for all cognitive process. Various concepts such as the building blocks or connecting with each other to form more complex concept like schemas. Now schema. Schema is an internal representation that organize knowledge. अब हमारे दिमाग में बहुत सी चीजें हैं बट वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड नहीं है, सो वो यूजलेस है. मेरे दिमाग में कम चीजें हैं बट वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हैं, that is useful. Okay, so organize knowledge about the related concept and relationships among them. Schema influence most of the cognitive processes. For example, when a child visits a zoo, the concept of animal, home, cage, display, public, etc. gets activated simultaneously and connection established between them. This leads to information or schema of zoo. मतलब वो बच्चा zoo से एकदम connected हो जाता है. Language. Language is a system of symbols. Please mark this. Mental representation concepts and schemas are all better represented by language. For example, cat stands for actual cat. So the word cat is a symbol for cat. Thinking by using language is a distinctive feature of human being process. Please mark this. Have you all marked this? Page number 37?
Yes.
Okay. Now, types of thinking. This concept is very important, children. First is problem solving. Second, creative thinking. Okay, so we have a 2 types. First is what? Problem solving. So here we use our brain, we use our thinking process to solve any of the problems. Okay, so in that, what is the first step? First is defining the problems. पहले पता करना पड़ेगा कि problem है क्या. जब तक problem पता नहीं होगी, we can't find any of the solution. Now, generating alternative solutions. So for every problem, there are various solutions. Some effective, while some may turn into ineffective. Okay, जरूरी नहीं है कि मैंने जो भी solution निकाला वो एकदम exact solution हो. वो काम कर सकता है, काम नहीं भी कर सकता है. But it doesn't mean कि मैं दूसरा solution ना निकालूं. I have to do for the next solution. So in this second step, problem solving person tries to solve a problem with the next solution. Okay. Now, selecting a solution. अब मैंने 3-4 अपने पास options रखे हैं कि अगर ये option काम नहीं किया तो दूसरा option लेंगे, दूसरा option काम नहीं किया तो तीसरा option लेंगे. So in this third step, problem solving, out of many possible solutions, select the one on the basis of reasoning applied. Now here we have to understand what is reasoning. Reasoning is ability of a person, of an individual, helps him her to solve problem more realistically. यहाँ पर सपनों में रह के किसी का problem solve नहीं करना है, realistic होके problem solve करना है. Okay. Now implementing and follow up on the solution. पहले क्या किया? Problem find out किया. दूसरा क्या किया? हम लोग ने सिर्फ solution नहीं निकाला, alternate solution भी निकाला. It means what? I have many options. Now, while having many options, I have to select any best option to solve the problem. Next, I have implement and follow up. Solutions तो निकाल दिया, but उसको implement करना अलग बात होती है. ठीक है? So in the last step of problem solving, a person actually tries out a certain solution and evaluates the outcome on the basis of whether it has helped him her to solve the problem or not. Okay, now, so first is defining problem, second generating alternate solution, third selection of solution, then implementing and follow up on the solution. Now, what is creative thinking? Creative thinking is characterized by ability to perceive a new ways. एक होता है ना, एक नॉर्मल हैंडराइटिंग होती है, एक कर्सिव हैंडराइटिंग होती है. यस, कर्सिव हैंडराइटिंग इज व्हाट इज क्रिएटिव राइटिंग. वो क्रिएटिव है. नॉर्मल हैंडराइटिंग तो ठीक है, इंफॉर्मेटिव राइटिंग है वो. ठीक है. सो बीइंग क्रिएटिव व्हेन यू आर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम्स. ओके, creative is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena and to generate solutions. Okay, अब यहाँ पर जो phenomena related नहीं है उनके बारे में solutions निकालना. Scientists, musicians, poets, fashion designers, interior decorators are the creative thinkers. Correct? हमारे आज भी बहुत से ऑफिसेस में क्रिएटिव डिपार्टमेंट्स होता ही होता है. दे गिव्स क्रिएटिव आइडियाज टू द कंपनी. ओके, दैट इज कम्स अंडर द क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग. बट व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स? फर्स्ट है प्रिपरेशन, सेकेंड इंक्यूबेशन, थर्ड elimination, fourth verification. So first we have a preparation. In this stage of formulating the problem and gathering information materials. यहाँ पे क्या कर रही हूँ मैं? प्रॉब्लम क्या है वो पता कर रही हूँ, सारे इंफॉर्मेशंस ले रही हूँ और सारे मटेरियल्स को प्रिपेयर कर रही हूँ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए, नया सोल्यूशन निकालने के लिए. Creative ideas do not come from the vacuum, do not come from a vacuum. Very nice statement. Many tentative solutions are tried out and discarded. No progress seems to be made in this stage. यहाँ पे हम सिर्फ prepare कर रहे हैं. We are just preparing, not doing anything. For example, a poet wants to write a song on a particular movie. He may start preparing for it by brainstorming, reading, gathering his own past experiences or anything that can help him to move towards finding a new solution. So he's getting himself ready to write that poetry. Now incubation. After perception, a person starts working on a problem but may not get required solution. वो काम तो कर रहा है प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने का, बट उसको अभी तक सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिला है. This initial failure leads to the stage of incubation. During this stage, a person is so frustrated that he or she thinks of giving up. मतलब कुछ काम नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं काम आ रहा है, मुझे कोई हेल्प भी नहीं मिल रही है. So उस टाइम पे क्या हो जाएगा? बस अब बहुत हो गया, अब मुझे ये काम छोड़ना ही है. A person leaves the problem and focuses on other unrelated problems. Okay. Now, for example, a poet may start writing some lines for his new poem, but may feel that the lines written are inappropriate. He may write 2 days straight, then may give up, then may not write for a week. During this week of incubation, he may follow his routine like gym, eating, watching movie, talking to friends, etc. Now, elimination. After incubation, suddenly like a flash of light, the correct solution appears. मतलब अचानक से दिमाग में कोई solution आया कि अरे ऐसा तो हो सकता है, ऐसा हम इस प्रॉब्लम को इस तरह से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. So it comes after the incubation. All the bits of pieces, ideas which appear to be unrelated are fall into one place. These are all in our mind, children. ये सब हमारे दिमाग के अंदर हो रहा है. Okay, incubation, then preparation, सब दिमाग के अंदर हो रहा है. So you can observe that what is the level of our brain. What is the level of our brain? So the solution that appears is nearly next to perfect. So यहाँ पे मुझे perfection मिल रहा है. A person experience emotional reaction of joy and knowing that he or she found new ideas to solution. Now verification. और उसको फिर से चेक करना है कि मैंने वो काम सही किया है कि नहीं किया है. What is that? Following the euphoria of previous stage, the new solution still needs to be tested. In most cases, it requires only minor changes, but sometimes it may require lifetime study, testing, and testing. Everybody marked? Types of thinking, everybody marked?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now learning. You might think of learning in terms of what you need to do before upcoming exam. हम लोग वही उसी को learning बोलते हैं. But learning is also comes when you are जब आप drawing कर रहे हो वो भी learning है, आप dance कर रहे हो वो भी learning है, आप cycling कर रहे हो वो भी learning है. Okay, so learning comes in any form, not by only the books. Okay, so you might think of learning in terms of what you need to do before exams and upcoming exams. There are new skills like dancing or cycling, but it is only a small segment of vast learning process, which encompasses all areas of life, including school learning, learning various skills, learning about places, people, and many more. Now, with reference to examples, we will see some examples. A Rohit, an alcoholic abuses people around him under the influence of alcohol. Okay. Uday is able to draw human figures well. ठीक है, दो एग्जाम्पल्स है. एक रोहित है जो अल्कोहलिक है, जो दूसरों को अब्यूज कर रहा है, जो उसके आसपास है. यू मस्ट हैव आइडेंटिफाइड दैट the change in the behavior of Rohit is temporary and the change in the behavior of Uday is the permanent. ठीक है, अगर उसका अल्कोहल अगर रिमूव हो जाए तो वो नॉर्मल हो जाएगा रोहित. सो ये टेम्पररी है. रोहित का ये जो भी है प्रॉब्लम वो टेम्पररी है, वेयर एज उदय की ये जो क्वालिटी है ये परमानेंट है. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. Pratik learned to ride a bicycle by continuous repetition. Akshay got an electric shock after putting his finger in the socket and so stopped doing so. Now, you must have identified that the change in behavior Pratik must due to the practice. Pratik ने क्या किया? प्रैक्टिस किया बाइसाइकिल को राइड करने का. The changes in behavior of Akshay must not be because of practice. ओके, सो अक्षय को प्रैक्टिस नहीं था इसलिए उसको इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक लगा, लेकिन उसने फिर से प्रैक्टिस किया होता तो शायद वो चीज को वो अच्छे से कर पाता. नाउ with the help of these examples, now we will understand what are the points under the learning. Any temporary change in the behavior is not considered as a learning. Learning involves relatively permanent change in behavior. Learning may take place because of practice. Learning may take place because of experience. So learning can be defined as a relative permanent change in the behavior that occurs due to practice experience. Okay. Now, process of learning. Classical conditioning is there. Classical conditioning was explained by the first Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov in 1928 through his experiment on dog. He inserted a tube surgically in dog's salivary gland so that he could measure the amount of salivation, जो खाने के बाद हमारे मुंह में पानी आता है. He then presented the sound of bell and foot one after the other several times and measured how much the dog salivated. After several trials, the dog started salivating to the sound of the bell even when the food was not given. अभी उसको डॉग को पता था ना कि जैसे ही बेल बजेगा उसको खाना मिलेगा, तो जैसे ही बेल बजता था उसके मुंह में पानी आना स्टार्ट हो जाता था, क्योंकि उसको पता था कि अब खाना मिलेगा. So this experiment is classical conditioning experiment. Now, learning by operating conditioning. Learning by operating conditioning was explained by the American psychologist Burrhus and Frederick Skinner. He performed an experiment in which a rat was put in a special box that contained a lever. If the rat pressed that lever, he was given food. Gradually, the rat learned to press that lever to get the food. Okay? मतलब वो कैट को आदत पड़ गई कि वो लेवर को प्रेस करेगा तो उसको फूड मिलेगा. Here the rat is learning to connect his behavior of pressing the lever with receiving a food. So this is the operant conditioning. Now, learning by cognitive process. Just when Skinner and Pavlov were talking about the connections and consequences of behavior, Edward Tolman demonstrated that though the rat in his experiment were not given any food, they still learn about the different pathways in the maze. That means cat created maps in the mind for the sake of food. Okay. Now, next paragraphs are not important. Now, this summary, you all have to do it. Summary, you have to mark full summary. Summary and that psychologist. Important psychologist name and summary. Okay. So I hope everyone done the marking.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we have completed this chapter. Okay. In next period, we will complete the chapter emotions. Okay.
Yes,
Much.
ma'am.
Now I have another class.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye everybody.
Great care, ma'am.